Hello, you are listening to Between Sets. This is Fuzz.
And I'm Mike.
Well, that's better. I
No,
didn't
it's
come
a bit more
across.
normal, wasn't it?
It was a bit more. It was less seagully. How you doing? You okay?
Yeah, good. You?
Yeah, mate. Well, yeah, it's been a bit of a crazy week. First week, obviously, being self-employed, and it's just fucking a bit crazy, mate.
No.
How do people sleep at night? Do you know what I mean?
I mean, you just need to work to the point where you're very tired, and then
Yeah.
not drink coffee.
Yeah, I am drinking coffee.
Late.
Yeah,
Far too late for that, dude.
It really is. I'm just so tired. I barely slept. I was meant to go to the gym again this morning. I just was so tired this morning. It's the anxiety, I think. Is it I don't normally get anxiety, but it's like this different level of anxiety of where's my money going to come in?
Yeah, I get that completely.
But then my clients are coming in, and then I'm like, shit, I need some time to do the PT thing. So next week, hopefully with a little bit of your help, which I appreciate in advance, I'm going to try and fast track it within 2 weeks. Because obviously I haven't got a job anymore.
You will.
And I'm not going to...
You'll definitely get through the level 2 very, very quickly, I would say.
Oh, level 2. Yeah, I think I'll complete level 2 Monday. I'm going to do the mock. Even if it's during our PT session. Anyway, yeah, we're talking about ourselves again. but yeah, that's the plan anyway. Because there's no way I can fit in PT course during Fuzzy Logic. It's just going to be a big struggle.
I mean, that's both a good and a bad thing, I suppose, because it's going to take you kind of further away from the PT side of things. But in the interim, you're progressing in another aspect, I suppose, which that's only a good thing. I mean, like you said, you've been going a week and you're already racking up so much work that you don't have time to do this other thing.
I'm just I'm just so impatient. When we move house, every time we move house, I try and unpack and decorate all within 24 hours because I just want to get everything done. And now I've got to learn how to be patient. What are you doing?
Just turning the gate down a little bit. There's maybe that way. Is that better?
You were fine.
Okay, I'll turn it back. Fine. It was it's scaring me the amount it's going up now. We've actually figured out the microphone settings.
Oh, I see. Yeah, your own voice.
Yeah,
that's the benefit of I hate my voice, but I'm used to it now. I've heard myself enough.
You had a compliment the other day, which I forgot to tell you, and it's just reminded me.
Please
Frank,
go ahead.
Who's listening? He's normally a couple of episodes behind, essentially, but he says that he loves listening to your voice. You can take that however you want.
I wanna.
I mean, it's basically a fuck you to me, but to you, he loves listening to your voice. So there you go.
Do you train him?
I used to. I was going to train with him today, but he had to get a haircut.
See, I don't understand that at all because my voice, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's my accent, but I have to amend captions when I'm recording because the captions are automated.
Yeah.
But my voice and my accent, sometimes it just doesn't pick it up. I think I'm talking too quickly sometimes.
Oh, interesting.
So it's not...
In the very brief experience I've had with captions, I've found they tend to pick up my voice quite well, generally speaking.
You do speak quite well, whereas I'm just I mumble
so much. Frank, this is a shout out to you. Dick.
He likes a mumbler. Look, people have fetishes.
Yeah, okay.
I'm hoping it's not a fetish.
Whatever works.
Dude. But what did you get up to this week? All right, anything good?
No.
Oh, I'll stop you there. We do have a guest. We do have a guest. Okay.
Yes,
I know
we do.
How long are we in? We're in a few minutes in. We do have a guest coming on within the next 10 minutes. Shaun Shaun the chef.
I think he said he was going to be on in roughly 40 minutes from now. So
40. Oh, 14 minutes.
Yeah, I think he said about 8:30, but I can message him now if you like.
8:30? Fucking hell. I'm going to miss traitors.
I mean, I think he said he'd be free from 8:15, so should I just tell him join whenever?
Just join whenever. Oh, that's going to be a quick interview then.
Listen, we both know that our plans for how short this podcast should be never really goes to plan.
No, but I'm the one that fucking gets hit with the editing.
Not wrong. Just leave it all in. Fuck it. Oh,
wait, what?
Me. I swear to God, that wasn't me.
It was me, sorry.
Hi, Shaun.
I joined on early because I am driving home, so I'm in the dark because I'm in the car, but I thought I'd just come say hello.
Oh, hey.
I usually listen to
Are
you guys
you
in the car, so this is quite apt for me, really.
I can't quite
It's so
hear you.
funny. I'm not sure. So he's in the car and he's
Yeah.
driving.
Have you got headphones or a microphone you can put in?
I haven't, but let me quickly take you off the speaker.
I can hear him quite well.
Can you?
Yeah. Oh,
Don't crash.
there's no way I'm editing this because
No,
it's going to be impossible.
no, it's fine.
I'm just going to leave it as it is. All natural.
You're getting uncut footage here, guys.
Am I in?
Oh, that's
You
what she
certainly
said.
Oh, hey guys.
Oh, it's going to be one of those today. I can feel it.
Are you?
How you doing, Dave?
I don't know whether we should condone to this sort of phoning whilst driving situation. I'm not sure.
It's hands free, right? That's fine.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, my hands are free; they're on the wheel, so it's all.
We're
good.
just getting glimpses of you with street lighting. It's different.
Yeah,
I like it. It's moody. Okay, I mean, how are we doing? How are you doing, Shaun? It's been a little bit.
Yeah, it has been a while. Yeah, I'm good, thanks, mate. I've literally just finished work. And
Nice.
I am. Yeah, now I'm here. So, how are you guys?
So, for listeners who don't know who you are, a brief introduction. Obviously, I know you through the gym, because that's where I know everyone from. Tell us what you do. What's your day to day?
I'm not sure. Like, I won't lie to you, Mike. Sorry, I have to butt in here. There's a lot of echoing. There's a lot of echoing.
Do you want me to pull over? I can pull over.
No. When are you gonna? Are you planning on doing the whole podcast whilst driving?
I've got like an hour journey home. Let me pull over.
That's a yes.
I can pull over somewhere. It's not a problem because I appreciate that this is not ideal for listeners.
Only, like, literally, it's only if you don't mind. Like, it's entirely up to you. I don't want you to be an hour late for whatever you need to do next.
Oh no, this is what I was doing next. So.
Oh, okay, that makes sense then.
It's all good. Hold up, guys, and then I can turn the light on, and then we can see my face too. So that'll be cool.
This is the first, isn't
Nice.
it, Mike? This is definitely a first.
Different. Yeah, I like it.
Hey.
Yo, how we doing?
Sorry, that was hilarious.
Is there
That is, but the thing is, we've not even done an intro. So depending on how my editing is, it's just going to be him coming up the dark, like, oh, hey.
Oh, hi. I think just leave it all in. It's the only possible way to explain this at this point, you know?
I like, kind of like to shock people, I guess. That's what I'm here for. So.
Yeah, fair. So, Shaun, your day today. What's your job? What do you do?
So
I know, but
yeah. So day to day, I'm a chef, but I work in a house. So private chef, self-employed. So I have like a lot of clients and tend to kind of just sort of like bounce between a few. But at the moment, I'm solely working for one person for the time being. So yeah, it's good.
Wow. So you're full time for them, for one person?
Yeah. So
They must eat a lot of food.
so it's lunch and dinner Monday to Friday. It's a family of 5.
Wow. Are they aware of Uber Eats?
are they at home all the time then?
Yeah, so they basically like run their business like from their house, and then yeah, they're quite a wealthy family.
Okay.
Yeah, so they run it from there, and then I basically just cook for the kids cook kids meals separately, and then cook for the parents separately. Yeah.
So I guess I don't know what you are or aren't allowed to say. So please don't answer anything you're not allowed to. Obviously.
Yeah, I won't break any NDA.
But my question is like, what does a family need to do to be able to earn, or to be able to afford a private chef for like 5 days a week? Like, what do they do?
So every client is different. I've worked for investment bankers. I've worked for people that own insurance companies. I've worked for people that are like communications directors. People who work for like top end mainstream media. Lots of different people.
I bet you've not worked for a chef though.
No, I haven't.
That would be quite ironic.
Oh, that would be awful. I feel like everything would be critiqued. It's hard enough as it is, because whenever you put something onto a plate, you are kind of like putting your skills down in front of someone, so you're constantly being judged. And
Mm-hmm.
for that to be critiqued by someone who is a chef who is wealthy enough to afford a private chef, they're probably,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I'm a bad chef, but they're probably going to be a lot better than I am. So they'll notice everything.
But I suppose it's one of those things, like, if you've been at work all day, the last thing you want to do is come home and do more of the same work. Do you find that, like, when you get home, can you be bothered to cook, or does, like, are you just doing something quick?
Oh man, yeah, I eat a lot of takeaway and a lot of just like,
Interesting.
you know, like the packaged tortellinis you can get that literally take like 3 minutes to cook.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of pasta.
I knew it.
That's
I knew this was going to be a
crazy.
thing for chefs. I knew it.
Every single time. Yeah, a lot of kebabs, a lot of burgers. I try to cook well on my days off.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, my typical day at the moment is like I start at 10 a.m. and I finish at like 7, half 7. So I'm usually out by about 8. By the time I get home, it's about 8:15, half 8. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't really
So your
want.
day's kind of shifted somewhat, yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So, I mean, obviously, I know you through the gym. Like, we've known each other for a fair few years at this point. But you told me you were a chef.
Yeah,
But, like, no, you're a chef.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
seeing your food on Instagram, like, you did not tell me that was the level you were working to. Like, your food looks delicious. Like, I can taste it. There are words in some of your descriptions. I don't know what they mean. I've never heard of them.
That's what the sauce is about.
Yeah,
I think they're made up. I think this is artistic license to just
yeah.
come up with stuff, you know?
That's what we do. We just make stuff up and then just kind of put it on a plate, and then people just go, "Oh, that's nice."
Nice. I mean, I think one of the most recent ones, you made like a parsnip foam or something.
Oh yeah, it was a parsnip and truffle spuma foam. Yeah.
Where would you even start with that?
So the basics of it is you just make like a parsnip puree. So I made mine by just like sweating off shallots, garlic, parsnips, then adding milk to that to kind of like cook it out. Reduce the milk down, add some truffle through it, blend that, and then you put it into, like, so people actually use these guns the wrong way. What's it called? Laughing gas. And people do
Yes.
the little canisters.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they're actually used for like chef purposes. So that's how you would do
Oh, I
that.
see.
Yeah, you can make like foams. And they're good for cocktails. They're good for like fine dining. Good for a lot of stuff, really. Quite cool.
I see.
Well,
See, this is the bit, like, I feel like
and also get high on them. So.
I feel like Fuzz's face as you were going through that description, that was how my brain was working when I was reading it. Like,
Oh, yeah.
what?
I was just imagining like a main course and then like laughing gas for pudding.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah,
I mean, you want to get that in first, you know? That's your appetizer. The rest of it was great after that.
Yeah, I mean, if it's what the client wants, it's what the client wants, right?
Yeah.
How long
for
are
sure.
you, on average, how long does it take to cook like a dinner that you're making for a private client?
It depends. I mean, everybody wants something different all the time. So the family I'm working for at the moment, they're not actually like too big into fine dining. They just want like good food done well. So yeah, I mean, it still takes the whole day. Like it's gonna take a long time. There's a lot of different aspects to every individual meal.
That's crazy. All day you're focusing on cooking.
Yeah.
So it's like slow cooked, is it? Or
Yeah, I mean, some aspects are. Like I did for their dinner this evening, they had some guests over and I did like a big curry night. So I made like 4 different curries, tarka dal, some rice, some homemade naans, poppadoms, and then I made like these little...
Go back, you're not buying bread. You make all the bread, right?
Yeah, making everything. Yeah, everything from scratch.
See, this is what I mean. Like, I feel like so Fuzz, you don't like to cook, right?
No, I don't mind cooking. I don't understand if you're going to spend more time cooking it than eating it. I don't understand that sort of.
Okay.
Yeah, I just can't comprehend it.
I feel like we're at 3 different stages, and then Shaun, you're obviously like leagues ahead of us. But like, I like to cook, but it's because I like to eat. Now, I think I'm a reasonable home cook, but when I think about like, there is no way in hell I'm making my own bread. It's not happening. If I'm
I
thinking
didn't
I can
know
make
that was possible.
one curry
I thought it just
before I
came
get
in a packet.
yeah, exactly that. Like, I mean, I've actually put something together for you, and we may have other chefs on, but I want to put yourself into the realm of a steak dinner.
Okay.
And we're going to play a little this or that.
Okay.
Okay. So starting with veg. Quick fire, asparagus or broccoli?
Asparagus.
Okay.
If it's in
Sauce.
season.
Peppercorn, béarnaise or bordelaise?
What is this podcast?
Béarnaise.
Okay. Potato. We're going fries or chips?
Triple cooked chips.
What's the fucking difference?
We'll get to that. We'll come back. And steak, finally, I think this is the big one. Filet, ribeye or sirloin?
Depends how it's cooked, but I'll probably say ribeye.
Okay. And how are you cooking it?
Ribeye, I would always do a ribeye medium.
Okay. Nice.
In the air fryer, yeah.
I like a béarnaise sauce. I do like a bordelaise sauce, but that is something that in my home cooking I'm not making. I'm getting it if I go to a steakhouse. I can't be asked.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the thing is, like, this is the thing. Like, everyone, in my opinion, everyone has the capability to produce like crazy food. The only thing that people don't have that I have is time, because everyone else is working, whereas I do this for work. So I have the whole day to be able to experiment and try new things and make bread from scratch, for example. But when you're going out and you're working 9 to 5, like most people do, you're not going to come home and think, oh, what am I going to do for the next 5 hours? Oh, I know, I'll spend it in the kitchen. You're going to.
But is it all in? It's all in your head, though, isn't it? You're not just getting the recipes off Google, are you?
Well, it depends. I mean, like, I know how to make like the basics of most stuff, and I can make most of it up. Some recipes you have to try and test, but yeah, I mean, the reason why these people pay me is they pay me because I know what recipes to use, I suppose. Because you can go on Google and you could find a recipe for, say, a chicken korma, and there could be 70 different ones, but if you've tried and tested them all and you know what one is the best one, you're going to use the best one.
Yeah.
And so a question I've always, I guess, kind of wondered, like, are you doing the shopping for the ingredients yourself, or are they just like ordering the stuff in? Like, are you preparing a list for them in advance for them to just?
Okay, yeah. So typically I'll go shopping like every morning. I'll write a menu for a week, and then I'll know what I'm going to get each day. I'll try and like double up some days so I don't have to go every single day, but there's always something you run out of.
And you're kind of just like timing that into your day, like before you start needing to cook lunch and whatnot. And
yeah, just do it on the way in.
And how long have you been doing this for? Not for this client, but of the whole as a private chef.
Private chefing, well, since I was about 22, so I'm 8 years.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, long time. I'm still like bounce in and out of restaurants every now and again.
How did you even step into that sort of game? I'm assuming you were like a chef before this.
Yeah, so I started in like a posh hotel, and then did all my training there. Then moved to another restaurant, which is like had a higher accolade. And then a friend of mine started as a private chef, and then said he needed help with a client, and then just kind of broke into it from there.
Oh wow!
It's a good lifestyle. I think it's quite good. Like, you get more out of the hours you put in because you're not just stuck in like a restaurant kitchen. Like, people that work in restaurants, they're working 15-hour days and they're in the same room for 90% of their lives. Whereas with this, you can kind of go all over the world, meet lots of different people. It's quite fun.
So what qualifications did you do before this?
So I did my MVQ level 2. And that's pretty much it. I do like a refresher course like every kind of like few years. That's literally it. And then from then you just kind of make connections. I mean, you both, based on listening to your podcast, I know that both of you guys are now self-employed. Congratulations, Fuzz.
Thank you very much.
But yeah,
I don't feel like that in a minute. I don't feel like it's a congratulations moment right now. The anxiety is unreal.
I think once you get going, man, it'll be fine. Like I was exactly the same. The first time I went fully self-employed, I was like, oh my god, what have I done? And yeah, I don't know. You just kind of relax into it, I suppose.
It's kind of what you just said earlier. It's like you feel like anyone could do it. It's just time, but actually, you got to convince yourself it's not. Because you know shit. Otherwise, you wouldn't be making this decision.
Yeah, exactly.
Sort of thing.
If you believe in yourself, people will believe in you, and that's 90% of being self-employed. I think is just...
my version of that is fake it till you make it.
Yeah,
it means the same thing.
100%.
Sure.
I've still got exactly the same thing. Like, I still struggle with the whole imposter syndrome thing, like all the time. I kind of think like how are people paying me to cook them food? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, McDonald's exists. What are you doing?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it is crazy, but I don't know. I guess that's just kind of like, I don't know. Maybe that's kind of like the main thing with like being successful, isn't it? It's just constantly telling yourself that you need to keep doing better because otherwise you're not going to have this anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you just got to keep leveling up. You know, you keep stepping up to meet that new like boundary that you set yourself. You're just trying to improve constantly. But like, there must be a little part of your brain that goes like, I must be quite good at this. Like you were like, I can't remember, was telling me like you get flown out to Italy and all this kind of stuff. Like, that's mad.
Yeah, it's quite cool. They're a really lovely client. They're actually the first client I ever worked for. Still work for them.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, you obviously get better. I mean, food it changes all the time, like trends in it. If you're into fine dining, what it is now, what it was 10 years ago versus what it was 20 years ago, it's all completely different. So I mean, I've been cooking since I was like 16, so 14 years now, and yeah, where I am now to where I am when I first started is completely different. And I imagine where I'll be in 10 years' time will be completely different to now. You just have to keep learning. That's the problem with it, because trends change. And
I'm assuming you're the sort of chef that cooks like minimalist almost. Like you perfect the quality over quantity, obviously. When I make mashed potato, I literally just fucking stick so much shit on my plate. I'm not leaving that table.
Yeah, we're going to talk about this.
I'm always quantity over quality, me. Just like you, though, if you're in your personal life, you get a kebab, right? Because you want to be munching whilst you're watching Traitors.
yeah, exactly. I've not watched this season, but I did watch the first season.
Oh, fuck.
Can you convince Michael that it's pretty decent?
It is quite good when you kind of step into it and just kind of accept it for what it is. It is pretty good. Some of these people are fucking crazy, man. Like, how do they? Some people can lie really well, like to a point where I didn't think people could lie that well.
Yeah.
I got 10 minutes in and the people are just so irritating. I turned it off. I couldn't get past it.
Yeah, but then if you find them irritating, that's good, because then when bad things happen to them, you feel that little hit of dopamine just go through your brain. Like, yeah, I'm glad that happened.
Well, I mean, I like that. I do like that. Yeah. He's appealing to my inner sadist.
It's the final tonight. I'm literally missing out on the final tonight because of you, Mike. No, actually, no, because of you, Shaun, if anything.
I mean, it's fine. I'll fill you in. It's the fringe. The fringe with the hood on saying, you are a traitor, goodbye, or whatever bollocks it is.
So that turns me on, just imagining that. Jesus Christ. The girth.
Oh.
Anyway, sorry for the listeners. You have to watch YouTube to understand that joke. Anyway.
Subscribe.
Subscribe to our OnlyFans. Only Mike's. Yes. Anyway.
I mean, but it's got to be quite a cool job, because like if you were to work in a restaurant, you've got to learn the menu and cook those dishes. Whereas, do they tell you specifically what they want, or they just give you an idea? Like you mentioned, like your curry night, or do you kind of get freedom to go like you learn what they like and just kind of go with it?
Yeah. So it differs from client to client. Some clients will tell you exactly what they want. Some clients will kind of give you free reign, and some will kind of be somewhere in the middle. So they'll be like, I like this, but think of other things to go with it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's nice to not have restrictions when cooking, because then you can just kind of do anything. It's quite fun. Yeah, it is good. It is nice.
So I've recently found out that I'm allergic to gluten, and I've had some serious suicidal thoughts since, because there's nothing I can fucking eat now. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that is quite a bad one. Oh God, that's like bread, pasta, all the good stuff, man.
Yeah. You can get gluten-free versions
you
of
can't
it.
eat fun.
No, exactly.
There's no gluten-free versions aren't good though. They're still yet to find good gluten-free bread.
Like Tesco, yeah, gluten-free
like
bread.
drywall.
Yeah, you get used to it after a while, though. To be fair,
that's one from life.
But what I find really annoying is when you go to like Costa or something, like they'll do gluten-free cakes or whatever.
Yeah,
but they'll be like wrapped up. They'll be just because no one will buy them, so they'll have like preservatives in them and stuff, and it's just like I can't win.
Oh, that is unfortunate. Have you just considered maybe doing like a carnivore diet or something like that?
What does that look like? Do I need a private chef for this? Are you trying to sell yourself to me?
I mean, every client has a price, so maybe. No, so yeah, I don't know. Maybe just kind of, I don't know, focus mainly more on sort of like meat and veg as opposed to bread.
That's basically what I've been eating. Yeah,
Yeah. It's,
like a fucking caveman.
Paleo.
I mean, we are, as I think Brits typically are, kind of like a really big culture for bread, but actually no, that's not true. Every culture's got loads of bread in it, actually. Yeah,
That's mainly French though, right? French love their bread.
Yeah, French, Italian, like even like China. And you think like bell.
So I've never really been into bread, to be fair.
Oh, that's okay then. That's not too bad.
It's pasta that I'm missing out on. Like we do get gluten-free pasta from Tesco. It tastes
not
okay.
right, though.
It's not.
Yeah.
Every little does not fucking help. I'll tell you that. But yeah, it will do.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it will do. It will do. Have you got to drink like gluten-free beer and stuff as well? I know.
Yeah.
You said you haven't been drinking, but
yeah, I've not drank this year yet. But yeah, like I've just turned to cider instead. To be fair.
Oh yeah, that's okay.
Cider's lethal. Jesus.
Is there not a part of you because like people who are like lactose intolerant, they're like, yeah, this is going to fuck me up, but I'm still going to eat this entire block of brie.
Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah, I'll go through occasions where I'll shit myself, but it's fine.
Okay, fine. As long as you're willing to accept that, I think you can move on with your life. You know, it's fine.
Taking the hero.
As long as my wife, as long as my wife still stays with me, I'm happy doing it.
Her ankle's fucked. She can't run away.
Yeah, we've got loads of nappies in the house. Like, do you know what I mean? I don't, why not?
Have an image of you on the toilet crying, like, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry.
It does. It does.
The bolognese was worth it.
Yeah, that happens probably every Sunday, I'd say.
Could you not eat like? Is there gluten in like spinach pasta?
Spinach pasta? Yeah, there would be. It's still pasta.
Yeah, if you're making it fresh, you'd still make it with flour, and then you just colour it with spinach.
That's no fun.
No,
but there's no gluten in spinach, so that's the alternative.
Yeah,
eat spinach. Yeah, crack on.
That is true. Just replace everything with spinach, and then just, I don't know. You'd probably have to start taking a lot of antidepressants, but
yeah. And I'll turn into fucking Popeye.
Yeah.
I'm already bored. Is he bored? I don't know. I haven't seen nothing in ages.
He wears a hat, doesn't he?
Oh, wears a hat. Yeah, no one knows really.
Yeah, little hat, really big forearms. Nice bicep.
He's been watching a lot of Traitors, I reckon.
Not everyone is that way inclined to Claudia Winkleman. In fact, I'm going to go out on a limb and say very few people, in fact.
I regret saying it, but now I feel like I have to lean into it. Like I get a GIF sent to me from family members now.
This is now part of your character, essentially.
Just like how when we introduced the podcast, it's you going, Mac.
I can't get past the fact she looks like the Dulux dog.
She doesn't.
She doesn't look like the Dulux dog. Claudia Winkleman.
You can't see her eyes.
Lady.
Yes.
Well, if you look at it, the fringe is wonky as well. So, like, sack her hairdresser. Get rid of her.
I think that's kind of like a look, though, isn't it? It's like a staple look.
Yeah.
So, but it's like, so, for example, if I say the eyebrows actor, you're going to know who I mean.
No.
Okay.
I'm glad that you're alone on all this now, because all this time I felt like I was the one that was alone. Who the fuck is the eyebrow actor?
The eyebrows actor.
So,
is it me?
So have you seen We're the Millers? Jesus.
Yeah, I've seen We're the Millers.
How have you never done that before? Dude, how many episodes are we in at this point? Fucking hell.
Because the listener's going to be like, what the fuck is he doing?
You're the one from the Dairy Milk advert. Guys, subscribe to YouTube, see him being a freak. Do it again.
No, it's just eyebrows. Can you not do that?
No.
No, what? I can't. I'm just making
I just assumed everyone could.
Why are my eyes going weird? I can't do that. No.
The thing is, you can see all the wrinkles on my head.
I'm just winking at you guys now.
You need to get Claudia Winkleman fringe, that'll hide it.
Shaun having a fucking stroke in the corner.
Well, phrasing. Hold on, phrasing. YouTube again, it's not happening.
Sorry, yeah. He's not wanking.
Jesus Christ.
I didn't even cock that.
Yeah. Oh, is there some blue lights behind you there, Shaun? You've been caught.
No, they're just dogging. Anyway. What was he talking about? I can't remember what we were talking about. We've completely gone off the subject of chefing at this point. Is chefing
getting whacked off by Claudia Winkleman. / you in a fringe.
I was a bit jealous. The thing is, if I ever saw Claudia Winkleman's forehead, that would really freak me out, I think. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I think I have a suspicion it's like back here. Hence the
Okay.
fringe. Mm.
Yeah.
Do you reckon that maybe we could try and like, I don't know like how many listeners you guys have, but maybe we could like do an online petition to try and get Claudia Winkleman to show us her forehead?
Imagine she starts an OnlyFans just
I mean,
for her
that would
forehead.
be. This is worth a Google, guys. Talk amongst yourself. I need to see this.
You're googling it.
There must be a way of knowing.
I'd go into privacy mode just in case your wife sees. Why the
Nah, it's
fuck are you
fine.
googling?
I need to know.
Oh my god!
It's not Davina McCall. It's fucking Claudia Winkleman.
Why do you
I'll tell
always get them
They're the
mixed up?
same person. I have real issues with this apparently. So like, I used to get really mixed up between Nicolas Cage and Clive Owen. Like in my head, based on the films they were doing, same person. I know you love Nicolas Cage, but you know.
Oh, you can't do that. That's mental. Anyway,
Okay, I'm coming across pictures now of Claudia Winkleman. I could do without seeing, to be honest with you. But moving on.
well, fucking hell, Mike, you distracted us again. As soon as you say Claudia Winkleman, I can't think about anything else. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Do you
what are you saying?
Serious answer, like psychologically, do you think that her fringe does it for you because of your lack of fringe?
Potentially, yeah. I look at that and go, "That's my dream position. I want to be in."
Sean, turn your camera off.
What was it going? Oh yeah, one of my questions was let's go back to show.
Let's go back to the actual show.
Yeah. And now I've forgotten again. What's your favourite meal to eat? It can't be kebab, surely.
Oh no, it's definitely not. I do really, really love pasta. Like that is quite a
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Salt in the wound, that is.
a proper spaghetti.
Do you home make your pasta as well?
I do for clients, not for myself. Yeah.
Wow. Dude, I went to a pizza making class once, right? So principle is you're making some kind of dough.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind, I had a tutor in front of me showing what to do. He came round to help me. I still fucked it up.
Okay, it's just a lack of practice though. Like the more you do it, the better you'll get, right?
But nowadays, if you're going to make a pizza, you just get the base from Morrison's, right? Or whatever. And then just stick shit on it.
Are you talking to me or to Mike?
Just to myself.
Don't talk to me. I don't have a fucking clue.
but the thing is, nowadays, everything's so handy. Like, you go to Morrison's and, like, they can custom make a pizza for you for, like, £3.50. So whoever's making their own pizza, apart from yourself and because you're getting paid, you need shooting. Like, do you know what I mean?
I mean, I reckon there's a bit of a taste difference, though. Do you know what I mean?
Probably is, but it's probably you're saving money and time, and life
so there's
is precious.
a question then. So let's say that your clients want pizza, right? I'm assuming, now I might be wrong, they don't have like a wood-fired oven or a pizza oven.
Most do actually. And like all the clients that the guy I work for in Chelsea doesn't, but he would just hire one.
He'd hire a pizza oven.
If he's high with a chef, he's going to hire a fucking pizza oven, isn't he?
Yeah, that's just what he'd do. Yeah.
These people think differently to us, don't they?
The thing is, when you like start working for like ultra high net worth clients, you see a completely different side of life. I mean, I grew up on a council estate in Sittingbourne. I was poor. And then I think that's why this lifestyle attracts me to it so much, because you get to see all this crazy shit that people spend money on, and you're like, oh my god, you just spent like my year's salary on a car which you're going to keep for 5 days because you just wanted to drive it. Like,
wow,
people do.
That would anger me. That would anger me.
Yeah, it's mad. But then when you kind of like get to be a little bit of a part of it, it's like, oh, this is quite nice for a little while actually. Just renting the lifestyle, and then you go back to your normal life, and you're like, oh,
I'll make you pasta. Lend me your car.
So interesting then. So you get to kind of see the lifestyle of these like really rich people, right?
Yeah.
And you know, we're talking about being self-employed, and like that comes along with its own stresses and all this kind of stuff. Like, are they incredibly stressed people, or does the money negate that?
So I think people like that handle stress differently. So from my experience of working alongside these people, you notice, because you're with them for like days and days at a time, you tend to notice that when they wake up in the morning, even if they're on holiday, they'll still be working. they'll wake up and they'll be like, "Oh, I'm just going to quickly go and do some emails. Then I've got a Zoom call. Then I need to just do a few more emails. Then I need to take a call from like a business partner." And like they're on holiday, they're just in that space, but they're still working. Like they're not doing their day to day, but they're still on it.
Yeah, there's sacrifices you have to make to get to that point. Isn't
Yeah,
there?
So
and you think
I guess my point from that then is, yes, they're earning all this money, but are they actually enjoying it? Because I think there's a threshold where I can't remember what the exact value is, but it used to be roughly £32,000. You don't get any happier from earning more than that. I think that figure's probably increased recently.
Yeah.
Obviously,
you are right though. Yeah.
And I just want to see if that equates from what you see.
So I would probably say maybe not. They're probably not. They wouldn't say they're like gratuitously happier, but it's nice to be the same level as happy as someone who's driving a Vauxhall Corsa if you're in a Lamborghini. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You just have different.
I mean, I maintain this. Like, yes, more money might not equate to total happiness, but if I can get the same level of happiness with less money, but I'm driving to and from work in like a Bentley or something, then I think that will work for me. You know,
basically, you're not as happy, but you get to look down on people. I think that's where we're going with this.
Yeah, well, that works for me.
Like, I mean, like
inflate the ego.
The day-to-day problems that we might have would be like, oh shit, there's a nail in my tire. I need to go and get that sorted. That's going to set me back some money. Whereas the problems that these people might have would be like, oh, my yacht's only got 2 helipads and I wanted it to have 3. Like,
wow, okay, yeah. These are entirely different issues. So,
you need 3 helicopters on one yacht at the same time.
So, I mean, like, so you're hired as a private chef for these people, obviously.
Yeah.
What other people do they typically hire? Because I imagine they have like PAs and stuff like this as well.
Yeah, so most households with kids will obviously have nannies or like 2 nannies, one that will do like during the week and then like the weekend. They'll have housekeepers, assistant housekeepers. Depending on how big the house is, they might have a house manager.
House manager.
Wow. So what are they doing differently to housekeepers exactly? Managing the staff, essentially.
So yeah, they're managing staff, managing sort of like household finances. They're pretty much in charge of like absolutely everything. It'll be like schedules. Then there'll be people like, depending on how rich these people are, like they'll have like footmen, which will kind of, I don't know, like pick out like outfits and just carry bags and just all the grunt work basically. But yeah, there's lots of different stuff.
So,
but yeah, PAs.
Have you worked alongside like butlers and stuff as well then? Because that's like that. I see a butler as like I see butlers as like that's a genuine profession in and of itself, right?
Yeah, definitely.
People go to butlery school and stuff as well.
Yeah, so I've got a good friend of mine is a butler, and he actually, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but has just recently started working for a core member of the royal family as like his or her personal butler.
Wow. Okay.
But, yeah, he's doing really well actually, and he's only 27, I think.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow.
But the thing is, once you've made that, like, if you want to go and work for a high net worth individual and you've got royal family on your CV, you're set basically.
Yeah,
right?
He'll be on I'm a Celebrity in 30 years. Yeah.
So in kind of like the butlering world in London, like private's a bit different in London to where it is everywhere else, because most people kind of like follow the same suit as the royal family, but the further out it gets a little bit different. People make their money in different ways, but in London, you basically won't work in a house as a butler unless you've worked at Buckingham Palace.
Wow. Okay.
But that's kind of like where most people kind of go to like start all their stuff, and then they try and venture out more into like private stuff, because where as a butler, you're being self-employed, you'd work for a client, whereas if you're working for the palace, you would be PAYE. So it's a job. It's not like a, you know. But some people
We're probably paying for these fucking.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, if we could get him on as kind of an anonymous guest, and Fuzz can do some voice editing and stuff, I think that'd be really interesting.
I'm not sure that'd be good for the listeners, will it? Just the whole conversation.
We could have like just one of those like when they have like terrorists or stuff like that, or like an anonymous witness or whatever, just black them out or that kind of stuff.
Fair,
and change the voice.
A terrorist might be a better guest to have.
I don't know any of them. I mean, I could probably find one or two, but
You know, everyone in the conversation always starts. Well, we met at the gym. It's like,
oh no,
I'm sure you've met a terrorist or two.
I know
Anyway.
someone that was arrested for terrorism, but not
That's
by
the same
name. I don't
thing.
know them personally. Well,
Wait,
it's whether they
sorry,
were
what?
convicted
Who
or
was
not.
arrested for terrorism? Sorry.
Previous employment. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Okay.
I'll have to beep it out. So what? We can do your voice if you want. I think people will know who you are.
Oh. It's interesting. It's a definitely like it's an entirely different world because obviously like you see videos, you see stuff on TV about like these high net worth and like I suppose recently like it's Russian oligarchs, which are it's the equivalent of like billionaires, I suppose, in London.
Yeah.
And you kind of get a little glimpse into their lifestyle. Like there's yachts being seized, hundreds of cars just being impounded, all this kind of stuff. But like these people exist, and like you just don't see them. That's the thing. You don't see them in day-to-day life, and I suppose it's because they have staff to go out and do stuff for them. Like, where do they go on? Like, again, not specific, no specifics, obviously, but like, what do they do in their spare? Do they get spare time? Like,
Tell you what,
do
they don't play GTA because their life is GTA.
yeah, exactly.
I mean, I don't know. Like, obviously, everyone spends their time differently. But yeah, I don't know, to be honest. I mean, like, I'm only ever really there during the points, where they're doing it. But I think people holiday differently. So people with high net worths will typically own houses in different countries and then like go to their house in a different country, and that's how they'll do their holiday. Mm-hmm. They'll go to like different places. But yeah, I mean, I don't earn badly, but I would still say I'm working class because I still have to go to work every single day. Like, and I'm not just like working from home. I'm still labouring as part of my job. But yeah, like where I would hang out on the weekend would be completely different to where people like that would hang out on the weekend because of funds, I suppose. Like they'll just kind of go wherever they want, unless you get invited somewhere by these people, then it's quite nice. But, yeah, I don't know. I think that the main difference is just money and how people spend money differently. Like, I think it's probably.
How does it work when you go away? Do they pay you extra, or do they just pay the same amount but then pay for your ticket and stuff?
Yeah, so I just charge a day rate for like my time. So I'll just charge day rates for the entire time away, and they'll pay for my flights, accommodation, stuff like that.
Nice.
Yeah, it is good. It is good. It is nice. You get to see different parts of the world that you wouldn't be able to experience without
I need to
doing the job.
Find some millionaires that love pot noodles, and then I'm fucking sorted.
There will be some. There really, really will be some. I've always said, like, if I ever get like super, super rich, and I hired a private chef, I'd make their life so easy. I'd just be like, yeah, just like a burger, just chuck us a sandwich, mate, if that's all right. And then
you can just do it yourself and save money.
We've had this conversation in the gym. Like the two areas I would hire people for is chauffeur, because I don't mind cars, but I can't be asked. Like I will quite happily sit in the back of the car and be driven around everywhere.
Yeah.
And chef, 100%, because I love to eat. I tolerate cooking because I like to eat. It's not the other way around.
Yeah, and I think if you've got someone cooking for you that's like super passionate about food and like knows flavors, knows how to balance meals properly, like that is a real treat. Like, I don't know, like I mean, I love food. Like, I absolutely love it. I love making new things all the time. I like pushing myself. I like trying different things. I like eating food. I like going out to eat. I like being cooked for. But yeah, it is a real treat, especially when someone really wants to like, prove themselves to you. And I think that is the thing with the private chef world, is that you are constantly trying to appease like one or two people. So you constantly just want to make them happy. So like every single meal, I'll always go above and beyond. Like if they just say to me like, oh, I just want, so the person I'm working for at the moment is really into their training and like they are, like super healthy and super fit and that. But like if he just wants like fish and rice, I'll take that and I'll be like, oh, okay, so what cultures would use fish and rice? And I'll be like Asian, and then I'll do like maybe like a Thai or a Japanese curry on the side. Make like, I don't know, like the other day I made like these like Wagyu sliders, but they're like soy glazed Wagyu sliders. Or like make some like wontons or gyozas, or it's just like constantly trying to kind of like, go that extra step to kind of, I don't know, justify my day's work.
And are you allowed to post photos and videos of your work, even though it's private, to social media?
So all of the stuff I post on social media on my Instagram is what I cook at home. Like I'll just make that for myself at home. Some people, you tend to find a lot of people are quite funny about privacy. If I were to ask, then yeah, they probably would be okay with it if it was just the food. But I mean, typically in an environment like that, like I'm at work at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I'm sending the food out. I want it to go out as soon as it hits the plate because I know that's when it's going to be at its best. So I don't want to stand there for like 5-10 minutes trying to take like the best photo of it. I just want them to enjoy it. So if I want to recreate something at home, then that's what I'll do typically for social media. Yeah.
Nice.
I've just had quite a cool idea come into my head.
Yeah.
So we've discussed in the past doing like an in-person podcast. So like me and Fuzz round a table, right?
Okay.
What I'd be interested in seeing is the difference in levels of cooking ability. So we'd have me and Fuzz.
Yeah.
So we choose a meal. So you choose a meal. We get 2 sets of the same ingredients.
Yeah.
Me and Fuzz have a go. So we are collaborating. We're just picking each other's brains. Like how are we going to get to this thing?
Yeah.
Versus what a professional chef does versus us. I think that'd be really cool to see.
Oh my God, that would be so fun.
I think it'd be funny to watch as well.
We definitely need a lot more listeners to even afford.
For sure. I think it'd be so good. It'd be so good to see. You'd see just outright panic from us two, and then what it should be.
I would be happy to fund this. Yeah, I feel like that would be good. If we can find a day in the diary to make this happen, I will personally fund it. Like,
okay.
Look at money bags over here.
No, the ingredients don't really cost that much money. It's okay.
To be fair, you're the one cooking it as well. Yeah.
Well, we're all cooking it. We're a team.
Oh yeah. Fuzz, we need to find a kitchen and a table.
For sure. I mean, I have a kitchen. I have a table. It'd be fine. I mean, we'd have to.
What about 3 kitchens? If we're all cooking at the same time.
No. So, like, you and me would be teaming up to cook the one dish.
That's not going to happen. It'll be all you, mate. It'll be all you.
We need 2 of us to try and make this work, and then Shaun comes along and actually shows us how this works, and plus, then we get a really tasty meal out of it. In theory.
Okay, that sounds good.
And what I think would be interesting is we serve both at roughly the same time, if possible, and have someone impartial judge it. And just see like what the difference is. I think
we could use that. We could use our wives as the testers to see, and they have to guess who cooked what.
Yeah. I think it'll be really cool.
This idea's got legs. I like it.
Yeah. This is going to be fun.
Right, let's put a pin in that. Have I got to write that down? I've got to write that down. What even are we going to call it?
I don't know.
Between plates. No go.
Between plates. That's still a gym thing as well. So yeah, it follows on the theme.
Exactly.
It'll be nice. I think it'll be cool. I like it.
Well, yeah, let's put a pin in that. Next time Shaun's available and not driving.
I just think it'll really highlight how shit we are, to be honest.
Wait, speak for yourself, mate. What noodles are good? Chicken and mushroom.
Right.
You'll do a good job. I'm sure that you'll do a good job. It's all it is just knowledge and time, isn't it? It's the same with anything. Anyone can get good at anything if they learn the knowledge and do the time.
It's potluck. Like, if you happen to choose a meal that I happen to know, we might be okay. If you choose something particularly chefy, there'll be words in there I don't know, which guess.
I'll throw a spanner in the works and say it has to be gluten free. Wait.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's.
I'll fuck us up a bit, won't it?
It'll be something like make an anchovy mousse. What?
An anchovy mousse.
I don't know. Pick 2 random words. That's chef life, right?
I mean, you said anchovy mousse, and I immediately thought that would be quite nice on a chicken Caesar salad. So, yeah, I suppose that is chefy, isn't it?
Right? This is chefing.
Yeah, just say 2 words and then just go, oh, yeah, there's an idea.
I just thought of that, like, who's eating that?
I mean, you can take the credit for that one. That one's free. It's fine. What about, like, rhyming foods? We're going to put a goose in a mousse. Stuffing another animal.
To be fair, a goose mousse would technically just kind of be like, I don't know, like chicken liver parfait. That is essentially like a chicken mousse, isn't it? So I suppose you just do,
Fucking hell.
Foie gras is essentially what you've just described.
Yeah,
a goose and a fucking moose. Where is it with you and bestiality? This podcast is fucked.
What do you mean? That's the first instance of that. Oh, Jesus.
What is? If you were a chef, is that what you'd go with? That's your theme. It has to rhyme.
No, just stuffing animals inside of other animals. But if you
Oh.
can get them rhyming, that's a bonus, you know?
Oh, you meant moose as in like a moose, not as in like a whipped moose.
Oh, no, I mean like a big-ass moose with a goose hanging out of it.
Oh, okay.
Served whole.
I don't. You're gonna need a big plate for that.
That's fine.
You're gonna need a big belly for that.
I was thinking like party food. Like you cook it to the point where the moose can like be freestanding upright, which is the goose hanging out of it.
Yeah,
Like, you've really
Come along and
showed
shave bits off it.
people now are starting to understand who you truly are.
I've never tried to hide it, to be fair. People just don't dig deep enough.
Worrying, Mike. Because I'm just picturing like a goose hanging out his moose's ass, and the moose is dead. The goose is still walking.
Okay, stop. Oh, okay, fair.
But Claudia Winkle was
I
riding
just wanted
it.
to stop it there and say, like, when you said picturing a goose hanging out of a moose's ass, do you picture it with just the goose's neck popping out of the ass?
No, the feet, just the feet.
No, other way,
Just waddling
feet, yeah.
feet.
Feet,
I
yeah.
don't know what it is.
Logistically, feet can't go in first. It's got to be head first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Mike's really thought about the logistics of this.
Oh,
I think it's
I'm
just
quite
part-
tired. I'm quite tired a lot of the time, and this is what comes out.
Scripted, I think. Have we lost Shaun?
No,
I don't know.
no,
Oh.
I'm here.
Oh, the camera
He's
went a
there.
bit.
Yeah.
It's 52 minutes in. Is there anything else you wanted to goosey moosey talk about?
I'm still on that. Oh god, my camera's shaking. And everything.
You're that excited about your goose and a moose? So, that sounds like
I
a
think
good pub name, actually.
It like this could replace ice sculptures. I'm just throwing it out there.
Moose. Is there-
Edible sculptures. You can walk up and shave a bit of moose off or something, and just have that. There's your kebab. Oh my god, genius!
Anyway, my last question is, well, it's not the last question, but what does your sort of typical day look like? Is it planned ahead in quite a length of an advance, or are you called in quite late on?
So at the moment with the client I'm currently working for, it's Monday to Friday, so I kind of know,
Nice.
you know, what it is a week in advance, and then I do all my planning at the weekends, and then I just kind of to try and make my life easier throughout the week. But sometimes it
Is
can
that contractual for a certain amount of time? Then is it?
No, I've just recently started working for him, so
Okay.
it's just kind of like as and when. So I just try and fit stuff in where I can. With other clients, and just kind of like go from there. Just play it by ear. It's being self-employed, isn't it? Take the opportunities that you get, I suppose.
Nice. Mike, you got any questions?
I do. As it goes, not animal related for once. So aspiration, like, would you ever see yourself owning your own restaurant in the future? Is that something you want to do, or like what's your career path? What way would you want to go?
I'd want to try and carry this on for as long as possible. I think just like the private chef thing. A restaurant is the most stressful and might possibly be the least profitable business going. I think they're quite sketchy.
Really?
Okay. Yeah, food becomes so expensive. Staff are expensive. It's hard work. Yeah, and I don't want to be tied to just one place. I kind of like having freedom. So yeah, that would definitely be the route I probably wouldn't go down.
How would you expand then, or what route would you take it to go commercial if you weren't to go a restaurant?
It would probably be looking at starting an agency, I suppose, gathering as many clients as possible, gathering as many competent chefs as possible, and then start charging for hiring chefs out to different clients. That would probably be the way to monopolise it, I suppose.
And train them as well to your standard.
Yeah, I mean, we have a team that we kind of work with at the moment, like non-legitimately, I suppose. Like everyone's kind of got their separate jobs, but it's a team of like 4 or 5 of us that just kind of, we know each other's skill sets, we know everything. Yeah, so yeah.
So if you had to go sick, you'd call them in, would you?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, or if I had a job on, I could call. I know I've got like at least 4 people that I can call upon that would come in and help me out, that I can trust to work to the same level. So
that's good.
Nice.
That's a good.
I'll put a pin in that
networking.
one. I think that's got some legs to it, that idea.
Yeah, it's definitely something a couple of us have discussed it before. I feel like it could be a good idea. It could be a good idea, but it's just getting the amount of clients and finding the staff, I suppose, to make it happen.
Well, I suppose in a way where you've probably worked for quite a few clients already, you've probably established a name for yourself, and as well as your friends who have also done that, you'll actually have quite a wide client base if you were to pull everything together.
Yeah, definitely. I think if we were to pull everything together, though, obviously it'd have to be split like 4 or 5 ways. So I suppose it would be. But yeah, I suppose there could be a way of making it happen. It's I don't know, conversations to be had, I suppose.
I would say so.
Last question. It's the last question that we ask every guest that we get on, and I'm not sure if it'll really hit the ground with you because obviously your everyday work is quite different. But have you got a morning routine, and if so, what is it?
So wake up, snooze my alarm once.
Okay, nice.
Then wake up to the second one. Then put on a dressing gown and slippers. Go downstairs, make a coffee, get washed, get changed, sort myself out, and then walk out the door.
Okay,
but
nice.
Regardless of what I'm doing, what time it is, that will always be the same.
That'll always be.
Yeah, that's
nice. That sounds pretty
chill.
Coffee.
Yeah, I need that coffee in the morning just to kind of get going.
What's the breakfast, dude?
Usually en route to wherever I'm going.
Okay.
Well, like a bar or
no, usually kind of stop and either like grab a sandwich or two or swing by somewhere bad. I was going for a really good stage of having like protein shakes for breakfast every morning, but then it's just like extra prep, and then I was like, can't be bothered. But I'll get back on the wagon soon.
Are you still gymming?
No, not at the moment. I probably will start again soon, but my life went pretty turbulent for about a year, and when you literally just could not fit it in. Like just leaving the house, waking up at 5, leaving the house at kind of like 7 in the morning, not getting home till 11 at night, like trying to survive on like 5 hours sleep for sometimes. Yeah,
you've got to really watch what you're eating then, haven't you, I guess?
Yeah. Luckily, when you're kind of like stressed out and working loads, it's easy to do that because you just kind of don't really eat.
You forget to almost.
But yeah,
I did that the other day. I just forgot to eat all day, and then I had a protein shake at 7 p.m. and I thought, fuck it, I'm gonna have it with milk this time because I'm gonna treat myself.
Treat yourself.
Yeah, and that's a treat, having it with milk. Is it all about? Do you have like an evening routine as well?
Depends when I get home, really. Usually just kind of like quickly throw something together and then fall asleep in front of the TV.
That's living the dream, that is.
Yeah, kind of.
Well, I think that's it. Have you got any more questions, Mike?
No, I'm good.
Do you want to share your socials whilst you're on, Shaun?
Yeah, go for it. I've only got Instagram, but it's at Chef Shaun Kitchen. If anybody wants to see some food, you won't be able to.
You really do.
It is quite good looking.
It's madness. Yeah.
I'm not really a food guy myself, and that does look good.
Thanks.
Yeah.
It looks better than Cheerios, I tell you.
We're not saying it tastes good or anything, but
yeah.
Well, if we do it, you'll get to taste some stuff. So
sounds good to me.
Sounded kind of sexual. We'll leave it there.
Cool. Guys, really appreciate it.
No, thank you for your time. And, safe travels, please. Yeah, try to take it easy for the next hour.
Cheers, guys.
At least it's not windy anymore, is it? The wind stopped.
I think it might have been like the fact that my car was driving at the time. So it was on a hands-free thing though. So it's on a car holder, but.
Oh, I see.
It's all right. It's been an experience for us. This is a first. So we like it. It's nice.
In a car.
Yeah.
Just trying to add the shock value. So.
Yeah. Well, see you, Shaun. Thanks again. Drive safe.
Cheers, guys. See you later.
See you later, buddy.
And that was Shaun the Chef. It's really hard not to say Shaun the Sheep. I won't lie. It is really hard.
I mean, you might be able to lean into that if you can avoid like copyright law,
lamb meals and stuff.
Yeah.
Lamb curries.
I mean, do you see what I've done now? I've just set us up to get us some like professionally cooked meals. All we've got to do is tolerate our cooking in some manner. Like we've just got to balls up a meal basically, and suddenly we've got a professional chef cooking something for us. You're
I now
welcome.
know why you got him on, because you're always trying to fucking get free food. You're trying to get food sponsorships. Oh, mate.
I'm not saying I'm food driven, guys, but if you want to send me freebies, then do it.
But it sounds like he's really enjoying his job, especially if he's on good whack. But I mean,
He's super passionate about food. Like he always has been. It's crazy.
but if he's like got his little toe in the lifestyle of a millionaire as well, constantly. That's quite a.
I mean, I think some are edging past the millionaire. I think they're probably going towards the billionaire. Some of the stuff that I've
It's the same thing to me, but
well,
I don't know.
big difference. But like, yeah, like these are like the massively wealthy. Like they're just next level stuff, you know.
Wow.
But I just think it's quite interesting. Like, and it goes to show, like, if it is your job, it can really put you off. Like, he's passionate about food and he likes to eat, and yet he will not prepare food for himself. Like, because he's
I get
putting
it
that
though.
into
Like when
elsewhere
you
in his
spend
life.
so
You know?
much time cooking, let's just say for Christmas especially, it's always the same. Like when the mums are cooking, they spend all day cooking, and they sit down and they barely fucking eat anything because they're just so exhausted, and they've seen.
100%.
It's because they've had to hand up the fucking carcass of a turkey 2 hours ago. That's why.
Don't want to make you hungry.
That does not make me fucking hungry, I tell you that. Anyway, no, that's good to have a guest on again, and I'm hoping I'm hoping the listeners enjoyed. Well, it all depends on my editing skills, because that was atrocious to begin with.
I think you're probably best off going for the pop-up scenario where Shaun just suddenly appears, right?
Sure. Yes,
Guys, if you're listening to this, you're probably going to miss a bit of an intro for Shaun, but there was some technical mishaps. It is what it is.
We were expecting him to come on half an hour into the podcast.
Yeah.
And he just turns up and we're driving a car.
Yeah. It's fine. It's been an experience. It's all worked out.
Hilarious. Right, cool. Right, we'll see you guys next week. It will just be me and Mike. I think we should both be driving for the next one. Do like a driving special.
I'm in my car, broom, broom.
What the fuck was that? What sort of accent was that?
What do you mean? Have you not seen that? That's quite a famous video, that one.
Is it?
I'm in my mum's car, broom, broom. No?
I've not seen that, no. Is that a scouse you're trying to do there?
I don't know what it's meant. I can't actually remember what accent it is. It's come from somewhere.
It's come from somewhere.
I might be right.
Someone's had a gin. Someone's had a gin.
You're not wrong. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Right, yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Please subscribe to Shaun's Instagram. I can't remember what he said, but you can rewind it if you're interested.
Chef Shaun Kitchen? Shaun Chef Kitchen.
Yeah.
Try a combination.
All the Shauns, all the chefs, follow them all. Give us a follow as well whilst you're at it, between Sets.podcast. We're on TikTok now as well.
We need more listeners, especially if we're going to start doing stuff like this cooking thing, because we got to fund that food. So
if you do listen to this podcast, just a massive please share it across your socials, share it across your stories. And it'd be greatly appreciated. We do want to do a giveaway. If you fancy a mug with a logo on, our YouTube listeners and YouTube watchers, this is the I'm trying to do the M&S advert sort of music.
We're not above choosing favourites. Like we will choose favourites who listen all the time. So yeah, just get sharing. Like you'd be surprised. You share it, it might be 10 people click on it, one person stays a listener, but everything helps. So we do appreciate it.
Every little helps. Right, yeah, thanks for listening, guys. Have a good week. We will see you next weekend with less chefing and more laughs and more fitness tips. You were going to actually have a few fitness tips for today, weren't you? But
they're going to have to stay on my phone for a week because technology and timings.
Yeah, life.
Yeah.
Right, have a good weekend. See you later. Bye.
Bye-bye.